Welcome to Golden Bachelor. If you love celebrity news and real entertainment updates, you're in the right place. Former Bachelorette star Katie Thurston has always been known for her honesty, and this time is no different. In a deeply emotional update, Katie shared a personal family struggle that has left fans heartbroken and rallying around her with support. Rather than focusing on fame, relationships, or television drama, Katie used her platform to speak about something far more important: family, resilience, and the quiet strength it takes to face difficult moments behind the scenes. Katie revealed that her mother has recently been facing a serious health challenge, news that came as a shock to their family. While Katie chose to keep many details private, the emotional weight of the situation was clear in her message. She described the moment as overwhelming, explaining that life can change in an instant, even when everything seems normal on the surface. Her words carried a raw honesty that resonated with many who have experienced similar situations with loved ones. Katie emphasized that sharing this update was not about seeking attention, but about acknowledging reality, that even public figures experience deeply personal struggles. Fans noticed that Katie had been quieter on social media in recent weeks, and her update helped explain why. She admitted that during times like this, priorities naturally shift. Instead of focusing on content creation or public appearances, Katie has been spending more time with her family, offering support, and simply being present. She noted that sometimes the most important moments in life happen away from cameras and headlines. This pause has allowed her to reflect on what truly matters and reminded her how fragile and precious time can be. Katie spoke warmly about her relationship with her mother, describing her as a source of strength, humor, and unwavering support throughout her life. She credited her mom for shaping the person she is today, both on and off television. Through her message, it became clear that this experience has deepened their bond even further. Katie shared that difficult times often bring clarity, teaching lessons about patience, gratitude, and love. Rather than focusing on fear, Katie highlighted the importance of showing up for the people who matter most. Following her announcement, fans and fellow members of Bachelor Nation flooded the comments with messages of encouragement and love. Many shared their own stories, expressing how much Katie's openness meant to them. Several former castmates reached out publicly, reminding Katie that she is not alone and that a strong community stands behind her. This wave of kindness underscored the power of vulnerability, how sharing a personal struggle can create connection and comfort for others facing similar situations. Despite the emotional weight of the situation, Katie's message carried an underlying sense of hope. She spoke about taking things one day at a time and focusing on what can be controlled: love, presence, and compassion. Rather than dwelling on uncertainty, she encouraged her followers to appreciate the people in their lives and to never take time for granted. Her words were a quiet reminder that strength doesn't always look like confidence. Sometimes it looks like honesty. Katie also reflected on how experiences like this change perspective. While reality television brought her recognition and opportunities, moments like these remind her that real life happens beyond the screen. She shared that fame fades in importance when family health and emotional well-being are at stake. This chapter has reinforced her desire to live more intentionally and prioritize meaningful relationships over external validation. What made Katie's update especially impactful was how relatable it felt. Many fans commented that they appreciated her choice to speak openly while still maintaining boundaries. Her story became less about celebrity news and more about shared human experience, the fear, uncertainty, and love that come with caring for a parent. For many, her message served as a reminder to check in on loved ones, have important conversations, and cherish everyday moments. As Katie continues to navigate this challenging time, she made it clear that she plans to move forward with grace and intention.
She thanked her supporters for their kindness and asked for understanding as she balances public life with private responsibilities. While the road ahead may not be easy, Katie's strength lies in her authenticity. By choosing honesty over silence, she has once again shown why so many people connect with her story. Katie Thurston's update isn't just a piece of celebrity news, it's a reminder that behind every headline is a real person facing real challenges. In sharing her family's experience, Katie has given fans permission to feel, to pause, and to prioritize what truly matters. And in doing so, she's turned a heartbreaking moment into one of connection, empathy, and quiet strength. As days passed after Katie Thurston shared her emotional update, fans noticed a shift in her tone, not towards despair, but towards quiet strength. While the situation remained difficult, Katie appeared determined to face it with grace, choosing calm reflection over fear-driven speculation. Katie reminded followers that not every battle needs to be explained in detail to be understood. Sometimes, simply acknowledging that a loved one is struggling is enough to invite compassion and support. Katie's message carried a maturity shaped by life experience, showing that growth doesn't always come from success, but from how someone responds when life becomes unpredictable. One of the most powerful themes in Katie's update was her honesty about uncertainty. She admitted that not having clear answers can be one of the hardest parts of difficult family moments. Instead of offering false optimism, she spoke about learning to sit with the unknown, taking each day as it comes and resisting the urge to rush outcomes. This mindset, she explained, has helped her stay grounded during emotionally heavy moments. For many fans, this vulnerability felt refreshing. It reflected a real-life experience that many people face but rarely see represented so openly. Katie also reflected on how situations like this completely change one's relationship with time. Small moments, conversations, shared meals, laughter suddenly feel far more significant. She shared that she's become more present, putting distractions aside and focusing on being fully there with her family. The experience has taught her that time is not something to be wasted or postponed, but something to be treasured in the present. This shift in perspective resonated deeply with fans, who commented that her words encouraged them to slow down and reconnect with their own loved ones.
Back from frequent updates, she made it clear that stepping away doesn't mean shutting people out. She thanked fans for respecting her boundaries and explained that maintaining some privacy allows her to stay emotionally balanced. In an era where oversharing is common, Katie's approach felt intentional and healthy. She showed that it's possible to be honest without revealing everything, and that boundaries can coexist with authenticity. Her thoughtful balance between openness and privacy earned widespread praise from followers. Beyond Bachelor Nation, Katie received messages of encouragement from people who may not even follow her closely, but related to her experience. Many reached out to say her words helped them feel less alone in their own family struggles. These unexpected connections reminded Katie that sharing personal moments can have a ripple effect, reaching far beyond one person's story. She acknowledged that while the situation remains challenging, the kindness she's received has made the weight feel a little lighter. Katie also challenged the traditional idea of strength. Rather than presenting herself as unshaken, she openly admitted moments of sadness, exhaustion, and emotional vulnerability. To her, strength wasn't about pretending everything was fine. It was about showing up anyway, even when emotions felt heavy. This message struck a chord with many fans, especially those who feel pressure to appear strong for others while quietly struggling themselves. As she continues navigating this chapter, Katie reflected on lessons she knows will stay with her long after this moment passes. She spoke about patience, empathy, and the importance of listening, not just to others, but to oneself. She shared that experiences like this permanently shape how a person views relationships, priorities, and what truly matters.
Rather than letting the moment define her by sadness, Katie seems determined to let it shape her with wisdom. What began as a personal update has now grown into a broader conversation about family, care, and emotional honesty. Fans continue to check in, not for updates, but simply to send love. Katie's story has reminded many that compassion doesn't require knowing every detail. It only requires understanding that someone is going through something real. In that sense, her update has created a quiet but powerful sense of community. Katie has made it clear that she isn't focused on long-term outcomes right now. Instead, she's choosing to move forward one step at a time, staying present and doing what feels right for her family. She thanked everyone for their patience and kindness, expressing gratitude for a space where empathy outweighs curiosity. Her message was simple but meaningful. Life doesn't always need answers, sometimes it just needs care. As time moved forward, Katie Thurston began to notice how much strength could be found in even the smallest positive moments. A calm conversation, a shared smile, or a peaceful afternoon together started to feel like quiet victories. She shared that during difficult periods, it's often these small moments that carry the most meaning. Rather than waiting for everything to feel normal again, Katie learned to appreciate what was happening right now. This shift helped her stay emotionally grounded and reminded her that hope doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it whispers. Katie also opened up about the challenge of letting go of control. Like many people, she admitted she had once believed that planning and preparation could protect against life's hardest moments. But this experience taught her that not everything can be managed or predicted. Accepting that reality, while difficult, allowed her to release some of the emotional pressure she had placed on herself. By focusing on presence instead of outcomes, Katie found a sense of peace even in uncertainty. Stepping away from the spotlight gave Katie the space to reconnect with herself on a deeper level. Without constant notifications or expectations, she began listening more closely to her own needs. She shared that journaling, quiet walks, and moments of reflection helped her process emotions she hadn't fully acknowledged before. These simple practices became anchors during emotionally heavy days. Katie emphasized that caring for herself was not an act of selfishness, but a necessity, especially when supporting someone else. Among the many messages of support, some stood out more than others. Notes from people who had gone through similar family experiences deeply resonated with Katie. She explained that reading stories from strangers who had faced uncertainty, loss, and resilience made her feel understood in a way words often can't express. These shared experiences reminded her that while each journey is unique, the emotions surrounding them are often universal. This chapter in her life also changed how Katie defines success. Achievements, appearances, and public recognition felt less important than emotional presence and meaningful connection. She admitted that her priorities have shifted. Success now means being available, compassionate, and emotionally honest. This realization brought clarity and helped her align her future decisions with what truly matters to her. Katie acknowledged that slowing down was once uncomfortable for her. She was used to staying busy, constantly moving from one goal to the next. Now she's learning to embrace a softer pace, one that allows room for reflection, rest, and emotional processing. This slower rhythm has helped her stay grounded and avoid becoming overwhelmed by everything happening around her. Despite the emotional weight of the situation, Katie expressed deep gratitude for the support system surrounding her. Friends, family, and fans have all played a role in helping her stay steady. She spoke about how gratitude doesn't erase hardship, but it can exist alongside it, offering moments of light during darker days. This mindset has helped her maintain balance as she navigates ongoing
ended
challenges.
one of her reflections with a gentle message to anyone facing a difficult family situation. She encouraged people to be kind to themselves, to ask for help, and to allow space for every emotion, even the uncomfortable ones.
She reminded followers that there's no right way to handle uncertainty and that doing your best is enough. Her words felt less like advice and more like understanding. As this chapter continues, Katie remains focused on moving forward with intention rather than urgency. She's choosing thoughtful steps guided by empathy and self-awareness. While the future remains uncertain, Katie's approach shows resilience rooted in honesty and care. Her story continues, not as a headline, but as a human experience unfolding one day at a time. As the days continued, Katie Thurston found herself spending more time in quiet reflection. Without the constant pressure to perform or explain, she allowed herself moments of silence, moments that helped her process emotions she had been carrying quietly. She shared that silence can be uncomfortable, but it can also be healing. In those quieter hours, she was able to acknowledge her fears, her hopes, and the love she feels for her family without distraction. This period of reflection helped her stay emotionally present instead of overwhelmed. Katie also spoke about how difficult it was for her to accept help at first. She's always been someone who prefers to handle things on her own, but this experience changed that. She admitted that leaning on others, friends, family, even supportive messages, became an unexpected source of strength. Allowing people to show up for her reminded Katie that support doesn't make someone weak, it makes them human. This shift in mindset helped ease some of the emotional weight she had been carrying. Time spent close to home brought a renewed appreciation for family bonds. Katie explained that being together during uncertain times creates a deeper level of understanding that words can't always capture. Simple routines, sitting together, talking about everyday things, sharing meals became grounding moments. These experiences reinforced how important connection is, especially when the future feels unclear. She described these moments as reminders of what truly lasts beyond public attention and social media. Katie emphasized that one of the hardest lessons was allowing herself to feel everything without judgment. Some days brought hope, while others brought sadness or exhaustion. Instead of pushing those emotions away, she began allowing them to exist. She shared that honoring her feelings rather than suppressing them made it easier to move through each day. This honesty resonated deeply with fans who often feel pressured to stay positive no matter what the circumstances. In the past, staying busy was Katie's way of coping. Now she's choosing presence over distraction. That means fewer commitments, fewer appearances, and more intentional time with the people who matter most. She explained that being fully present, even during difficult conversations, feels more meaningful than staying constantly occupied. This choice has helped her remain emotionally grounded as she navigates ongoing uncertainty. Even as weeks passed, messages of encouragement continued to arrive. Katie shared that she reads them slowly, taking time to appreciate each one. Some messages are short, others deeply personal, but all remind her that compassion exists in abundance. She expressed gratitude for a community that understands when silence is necessary and support is unconditional. This continued kindness has helped her feel less alone during this chapter. Katie once again reflected on strength, not as endurance without emotion, but honesty with oneself. She believes true strength lies in showing up authentically, even when things feel heavy. Her message was clear. Strength doesn't mean having all the answers. It means facing each day with care and sincerity. As she moves forward, Katie remains focused on the present. She's no longer rushing ahead mentally or trying to predict what comes next. Instead, she's taking life one day at a time, a mindset that has brought unexpected calm during uncertain moments. This approach has helped her remain hopeful without forcing optimism. Katie's journey during this time is far from over. It's a story still unfolding, not defined by headlines, but by quiet resilience and deep love. While the path ahead may not be clear, her approach shows that even in difficult chapters, there can be growth, connection, and meaning. And for those following her story, it serves as a reminder that sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones lived quietly, with honesty and heart. Thanks for watching Golden Bachelor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next big story.